What's up, Fire family? It's Kiahonfire, and welcome back to Conan Exiles. Today we're going to be checking out some baby animal locations all over Siptah, ranging from animals with the names all the way from A to Z in this video. So of course we're going to start with Aardwolf, A for Aardwolf, and here is one baby location we have right now. Now it doesn't always spawn with a baby, but it is pretty popular, so if we are to see here, you look over, you can see the Valeria Jill over there, and then you see this little cliff. Well, sometimes a little baby, instead of a hyena being here, can spawn here and it'll wander around. The only problem with this area is you need to be careful with the lynxes, but apart from that, you can snag yourself a very cute little baby. So if we check out the map right here, you can see this is a Aardwolf location. Now, another location I found baby Aardwolves is indeed more of a patrolling location. So you'll see quite a few Aardwolves that just briskly walk along these kind of areas in a patrolly fashion. I've seen some babies actually spawn through this, although it does seem to be a little bit rarer than some of the other spawners. It might be worth checking out, that's for sure. So along here, I've always found, and more towards, if you were to go into the dry looking crack area, where the orangey kind of stuff starts, you can also find some in there, in the shrubbery, so this kind of area. So yeah, do keep an eye out on this area, it's pretty good. So check out here on the map if you want some more Aardwolves. Now, another location on our map for Aardwolves, and my final one is this location, so we have one around here. Usually you'll have these two wolves sitting around the tree, the Aardwolves, and then the baby can spawn roundabouts with them, and then they might wander off a bit, which you often do get. Do bear that in mind, but here we go on the map. You can find some more Aardwolves if you like over in this location here. Now, our next letter is B for bears, and in this location I can almost guarantee you every single time two bears are always spawning, bear cubs indeed, with a mama. So you see these are wandering around, and I've found them pretty consistently throughout, so I always find these bears here, and I think it's a really good bear spot. There are a few really good bear spots in the Isle of Siptah, but this one seems to be one of those that excels pretty well with quite a lot of bear cubs. So we're going to have a look at this location on the map. You can see it's just here by the Azura's Basin on this little lobby bit that comes out. Now, another location for bears is on the top island, and here is another two bear cubs. It's a pretty good location for bear cubs, I find, as well. And the bears don't seem to be that hard to find on this island, and they're pretty strong, so it is quite worth getting one of those to begin with, actually. So if you want to find this one, it's right here on the top right island. Speaking as, on these plateaus on the same island can also be a really good spot for bear cubs, but there is some adults here today, so it's not 100% of the time you get it, but it might be worth checking. And this also leads to Saboteurs, which I have another video on, which 100% of the time will always spawn as a 2 on the top here. So you can see there's 2 there for some Saber-tooth cubs. If you want to do a double whammy, down the bottom is some bear cubs sometimes. So up there, if you have a look on those plateaus. And then if you go even further down into this little location down below, so where the lynxes are, there is a chance to get a lynx cub sometimes. So sometimes you might get really lucky and end up banging yourself quite a few lynx cubs, and then you get into bears, and you get some other things as well. So do check this location out on the map. It's a pretty good little baby spawner itself in this little ringlet. Saber-tooths up here, bears here, lynxes here. Now we go on to E to elephant, so we have some little elephants to look at. Now there's only really one place I found so far that does a consistent amount of elephants, as in baby wise, and it's around here, around one of the old broken down lie shrines. I found one, and then if you were to go a little bit further down over there, I've also found some more of the elephant babies that you can find. So if I'm to pop over here with these elephants all hanging out, there's a chance for a baby to spawn with these two, and that's really close to the other location as well. It's just down from it actually in this little bloob here, so there and there is a good location to find some elephant babies. And if you can't find any the first time, make sure you kill some elephants, and then I'm sure you will get some. Now we're going on to F for fawn. For whatever reason, if you want fawns, then sure, why not? You see these antelopes going around, where you can sometimes find a fawn here as well. And I must admit, I have seen some as well. Roughly around this lie shrine, they hang out on this bit of grassy plain here. So here and here, I found some fawns if you would like some. Next we do F for feral dogs, so we're looking for feral dog puppies. And the first time I actually played Siptah, or did like a preview of it, I actually found one wandering around these bushes around the poison cave. So they're quite, well, they can hide quite a bit, as you can see. They wander through. But if you have a look, just stay around for a while, you might find one up on this little bit here. So you got the fuming cave over there. Baby spawned over there for me this time. So check out the map. You can see we are right over here, kind of near the scavenger coast. You can find another feral dog. Now, another location I found some feral dogs, although it doesn't seem to be very common, is along these top little bits before you go to the top of the bay. So sometimes you got some feral dogs spawning up here, and I have seen a puppy before. They tend to like to patrol the top. So I've seen some puppies here before, if that helps. So here we go on the map. We see just below the watchtower, along these little knobbly bits of green, you can sometimes find some puppies. Next, we're moving on to foals, something that's extremely common on this map, in particular in the middle. I've always found foals around this Sly Shrine all the time, because on my multiplayer experience, I do live near there, and there is always foals here, so it's a really good place. You can see there's actually some more foals in the distance as well. There's some more over there, just spawned in, and yeah, so they're pretty popular in this location. I found pretty good for foals. So if we have a look at the map, you can see I'm just by the Slay Shrine over here. Some good foal locations. Now, if you want somewhere a little bit closer to home, well, there's also some on the other side as well. So you see a couple of foals here, just roaming around, one in the distance as well. And here is another foal location on the other side near one of the broken down Lay Shrines. It's also actually pretty close to a Rhino Baby spawner as well, so it might be worth looking for another mount type while you're here. So here on the map is another location for horses. However, like I said, they're pretty popular around the middle, so as long as you have a little search around in the plains, I'm sure you'll find one, or two, or three. Now we go on to L for lynx, or bobcats if you like. There is a spawner kind of near one of the wolf vaults, and it's quite a rare spawner, but you can find it around. Usually you'll find it at the tip of the weirdly marked blue bit. So you see this looks like a bit of water? Well, it's not really. But they can spawn just above the base there, around the trees you can find some. You also can find some lynxes. I've actually had a greater lynx here spawn as well. That was pretty scary because it hit pretty hard. So yeah, in that location on the map just here, you can find a lynx spawner. And like I said earlier to you, on this bit of island here is also another lynx spawner. However, this is one you might need to kill a few lynxes off and try and refresh the spawner to get a baby out of it. Moving on to R for rhino, you can find some rhino babies around the center of the map, and I've only found them around the center of the map. One of the places you can find them is near the tusk beast, which is, well, a rhino, and their babies kind of look like this. So if you want a baby tusk beast rhino, you can see you can find a few around this location. Just be careful of all the big ones, because, well, they hit pretty hard. And oh look, there's another one. So yeah, there's a couple that roam around here that you can find. So have a look over here on the map. You can see I'm in this little dish here. Check this location out. Another place I've found quite consistently for normal rhino babies is in this patch of land. Now, it doesn't seem like there's many rhinos about, but they're really, really spread out. You can see they're pretty well spread out. You got a few bisons in between. You can sometimes find the babies along here as well. Although I have noticed a little a little bug sometimes. Sometimes when you're running along on a horse or something, you're coming at a fast pace, the rhinos don't quite load in, and then they sometimes pop out of the ground. It's very weird. Just thought I'd mention that to you. So yeah, you can find the babies on this plain. Look here on the map, anywhere on this plain you can find some rhino babies. Another place for rhino babies can also be along here. So there's some more rhinos that chill out on this section of the map near the scar. You can get some babies spawning from here, and I have picked some up here quite reliably. Although I found this is another one that you need to kill off quite a bit of rhino, and then the baby spawns, or you get lucky because somebody else has done it, or it just spawns it. So here you go, here's another location here. Kind of a good place to kind of recognize is the little fork, and above the fork, around this area. Now, if you want to find some spots for wolves, let's have a look at one of our locations here. So we have some wolf spawners here. You can see there's a little baby wandering around. Oh, I got shoved out of the way. But pretty much this area and on the top there's loads of wolf spawns, and often or not you can find a nice wolf baby that comes along with those. If you check out this location, you can see here, and then the upper shelf here, you can also have a chance to find some wolf puppies. Anyways, that should be it for this video. I hope this showed you some good baby locations, and do remember, if you're looking for anything like eggs, or well, if you want 100% guaranteed lynx baby for a bit of cash, Or you can go and check out this island at the top that will also give those options to use, so things like shoe bills or anything else like that. Anyway, thank you for watching, I love you, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye!